Hello, beautiful people. How are you doing? I hope you're well. I hope you're blessed. We are doing something completely different today. I am here to show you how to make the best meat pie you could ever make. I hope you enjoy watching this video. Here you have the dry ingredients. I will also put the written ingredient list and measurements in the description box. You will need flour, salt, sugar, egg, butter, and a cup of water. First, you have to make your dough. To make your dough, you add your flour, you add your salt, and you add your sugar, which is what I'm doing here in the video. Once you're done adding the salt and sugar into the flour, whisk that to break up the clumps of flour. Add your butter. I know it looks like a lot of butter, but trust the process. You have to mix this together until it looks like breadcrumbs. After that, make a hole as such you will see in the video. Creating a hole in the center of the dry ingredients allow the wet ingredient to be gradually incorporated into the dry ingredients. Using this technique helps to evenly distribute the wet ingredients and it prevents overmixing, which can result in a tough texture. As you're kneading the dough, you add a sprinkle of water as desired to gather the dough, not too much and not too little as well, but just do it little by little so you don't add too much water. As you can see, I also added a sprinkle of flour to make sure the dough is not too soft. So you have to keep kneading it to get a clean look of the dough. Once the dough is fully clean and collected, now put your dough in a cling film. You cover it, set it aside by putting it in the fridge. This will allow it to settle whilst you work on your meat filling. This will mean your dough will be in the fridge for over an hour, and that is completely fine. So you clean up your workstation and you get ready for preparing your vegetables. So here is the wet ingredients. You have the beef, the curry powder, the thyme, the nutmeg, nor you can use Maggi cubes as well. For the meat filling, saute your onions and your Scotch bonnet and add your beef mince. I am using 2 packs because I'm making a big batch of meat pie when I was recording this video. Break the mince and keep turning until the meat is brown. Don't leave it to cook on its own. I know it's very tedious at this point, but keep working on the meat and get it to brown. Once the meat is browned and it shows that it is cooked, add your seasonings. This is the seasonings that I use, but feel free to add any seasoning of your choice. Upon adding the seasoning, mix this well into the meat. Then you add your vegetables, your chopped vegetables, and you add water. Make sure the water covers the meat to allow enough cooking time for the meat and the vegetable. Allow this to cook for about 6 to 7 minutes, okay? After 6 to 7 minutes, check the meat and also check the vegetables. It doesn't have to be soft now, it doesn't have to be cooked through because you will still have to put this in the oven. Mix your corn flour with water and add this to the meat. So adding the corn flour will thicken the whole dish and give it that juicy filling once the meat pie is done. It also prevents the filling to be watery and run through the dough. Once you add your corn flour, cover the pot and let it cook through for 2 to 3 minutes to thicken the dough. So I prefer to mix my corn flour with water before adding it as opposed to adding the flour directly into the pot because it doesn't give it that clummy look that I generally don't like. That's why I mix my corn flour with water. So as you can see here, this is the 2 batch of the dough that I made because I told you I'm making a big batch of the meat pie today. At this point, the meat filling has cooled down. It has to cool down. So this is about 2 hours later. The dough has been in the fridge. The filling has cooled down. Now it's time to assemble. I will be showing you different ways to assemble your meat pie to get different sizes. I will also show you the traditional way that involves using the fork, and I will also show you the I can't come and kill myself way, as I call it, because thank God for kitchen items and kitchen gadgets that makes life easier. I would also like to add at this point that if you don't have the blue mat, it is completely fine. You can use a chopping board as well, or better still, you can clean your work surface in your kitchen and use it as your assembling point, so you don't have to have the mat. Once you get a full pan, you need to glaze the meat pie with egg before putting it in the oven. This will give it the golden shiny look that we all love to see. Bake for about 20 minutes in 180 degrees Celsius. Of course, you should be checking in between as well. So here is a final look of a freestyle meat pie that I made in this process. Hope you enjoy watching this video. If you want more of this type of videos, let me know in the comment section. I hope you enjoy watching this recipe. Please try it, tag me so we can eat together. Thank you for watching. Bye.